Welcome to my Better Africa FPL. This week we are having a discussion about the FPL. We are in Gameweek 21, and in December, someone won 500 Ghana cedis on this show from my Bet.Africa. So you need to watch the show to the end. Stand the chance to also win 500 Ghana cedis and be part of the my Bet.Africa family. All that I will tell you is that it's just simple. Register using the QR code that pops on the screen. The registration process is very simple. All you need to know is one, your phone number, your username, and your password, and you enter the same password in the confirm password section. Click on it, and now you confirm your password and be part of the MyBet.Africa family. It's very simple to join their FPL. I'll give you the code during the show. But firstly, let's look at my team for Gameweek 20, what happened with my performance, and also go deeper into my team and also the team of the week. Then we plan towards giving you that MyBet.Africa code that you also need to stand a chance to win 500 Ghana cedis at the end of January. So firstly, let's go into my team and have a discussion. So this week, I had 40 points. With my players that I selected this week, I have Roof of Sunderland, I had Van Henkel in my team, I had Matthew Cash, Rhys James, Saka, Foden, Morgan Rogers, Shaka, and also Stack. Calvin-Lewin, which I brought in, I was feeling he was on that game run, who I captained. Erling Haaland also giving me 2. So my highest point for the week was Van Henkel, who gave me 6. Apart from that, most of my players didn't get to perform so well. That is what the FPL brings you. And one spoiler I'll give you is that going into this game week, I was having Igor Thiago in my team. I sold Igor Thiago out and brought in Calvin-Lewin because for the last 3 game weeks, he wasn't scoring. And Igor Thiago was the highest point earner for Gameweek 20. That is what the surprising gift the FPL brings you every week. So you need to plan ahead. Keep those players who are not scoring, and they'll give you points when the game week comes up. Let's move into the team of the week. For that is the whole FPL, the players that perform so well. You can look at these players and maybe add any of them to your team, especially preparing for Gameweek 21. For the team of the week, Van der Bruggen was one player who stand out for Brentford with 7 points on there. We have Thiago also giving 17 for Newcastle. We have Bruno also giving 11 for Wolves. I don't think most people or most managers have players from Wolves, especially with the number of goals they concede. We had Collins from Brentford having 10. We had Rice coming in having 17. We have McGinn with 15. We have Ayari with 12, with 11. We have Enzo Fernandez with 11. Igor Thiago with 17, as I mentioned, and also Mani of Wolves with also 12. These are some players most managers didn't have in their team. Maybe the ones they will be having in their team will be the likes of Rice and also maybe Enzo Fernandez or Igor Thiago. But some players on here were differential. So if you had this team or any of these players in your team, you would have been topping the FPL and you would have stand a chance to win the 500 Ghana cedis. Let's go into the FPL winner for Gameweek 20 and also for December, who topped my Bet.Africa December, and he stand a chance to win 500 Ghana cedis. So if you are watching us, you can get a chance to also become part and also win 500 Ghana cedis. Let's go into the winner. The winner's name is Albert MP Buesiako. Albert MP Buesiako. So Albert, if you are watching this show as of now, go onto the comment section, write that you are the one. Visit any of the MyBet.Africa social media platforms, any of the Tactics and Touchlines social media platforms, and stand the chance to redeem your 500 Ghana cedis. It's still waiting for you, so stand the chance to redeem. You have from now to the end of January to redeem this 500 Ghana cedis and bet using MyBet.Africa. His team name is Dark Side. That is the dark side. So the dark side dominated for December and they had a chance to win the 500 Ghana cedis. If you look, you can look at the top 3. We have King O'Clock having just some few points, 3 points behind, that is dark side. We have Untumi FC also with just 11 points behind, that is dark side. That is what the MyBet.Africa FPL brings you. And what they are saying is at the end of the season, the amount of managers on the league will be the amount of money that will be given out. So any manager that you join, 100 Ghana cedis is being added to it. So you stand the chance to win big funds of money at the end of the season. So join the MyBet.Africa FPL using this code to get a chance to be part. The code is QBOT87. QBOT87. You can see on the screen with this code, you stand the chance to also join the My Bet Africa family. Share it with your friends so that as they join, the prize fund of the final prize in May gets to increase. And also with your selections, you can be our January manager of the month if you also join this group and also put up things well. We'll go into details on the most transferred in players, the most transferred out players, and we'll go round it up with my pick for game week 21. So talking about the FPL, the first round, we all know that when it comes to FPL, chips are being given, the likes of the free chip, the wild card, the triple captain, the bench boost. These chips are being given mostly at the start of the season. And we knew that with the middle of the season, the chip that will be repeated or being given out again will be the wild card. Most managers were looking out for. But when we woke up for game 20, the FPL rewarded everybody with all the chips available again. So if you didn't use your triple captain in the first round, any of your chips in the first round, waiting to use them in the second round, I'm sorry, you missed out, because those who use them are having the chance to get extra chips, especially with the triple captains, the bench boost, the free hit, and also the wild card. I'm hurt because I feel like I was waiting for one game in the second round to use my triple captain. If I knew, I would have tripled captain Erling Haaland in the first round and later receive another chip. But that is what the FPL is giving us. So you have free chips. Change your team, make a lot of changes with the wild card and the free chip in the free hit. You can also bench boost your team so that you stand the chance to win the 500 Ghana cedis My Bet Africa is giving us. And also the likes of triple captain, there are some amazing games coming, especially with this pack of games. You can use your triple captain and any other chips that are being shown up. So remember, these chips are available from now to the end of game week 38. So you can use them anytime you want. Let's move on into the most transferred in players. And as you can see, Gabriel Magalhaes is the most transferred in players. He was on injury, he's back as of now, and he's one of the most transferred in players in the FPL. Let's look at the rest of the most transferred in players. Igor Thiago, after hitting 17 points, most managers are looking at bringing him in. We have Declan Rice also hitting 17 points. Most managers are also looking at bringing him in. We have Bruno Guimaraes for Newcastle. Most managers are also looking at bringing him in. Morgan Rogers and also Thiaw. Morgan Rogers and also Thiaw. These are the players that most managers are bringing them in with Gabriel Magalhaes. So if you have any of these players in your team and you're looking at selling them, I'll tell you to still hold, because these are players most managers have seen that their performance from the past 2-3 game weeks are going up and they are bringing them into their team. Let's look at the most transferred out players. So if you have any of these players, why are some managers transferring them out? I'm going to explain to you, and you will also vary if you need to transfer them out or you need to keep them in your team. The most transferred out player is Hugo Ekitike. He picked up the muscle injury, and as of now, there's not been any confirmation on if he'll be playing for Liverpool against Arsenal. So most managers are looking at their other picks they can bring in, and they are shipping him out. But I think he's one player you can keep, because as of now, Liverpool doesn't have any leading striker with Alexander Isak picking up injury. So Hugo Ekitike, anyway, anyhow, would get minutes in that game against Arsenal. So he's one player you can keep in your team, and he would help you, especially going into that game week 21. Let's look at other players that are being transferred out in game week 21. So other players are Phil Foden after having an amazing game week. Most managers are not getting points they need from him, and he's costing with 8.8. They are looking at shipping him out and bringing in other players. We have Nick Fortamada with Wisa now leading the line and also on form with a goal. Now most managers are looking at selling out Nick Fortamada and bringing in the likes of Wisa and other strikers like Igor Thiago into their team. We have Vadio after picking a massive injury, which as of now, report hasn't come out. But how things are going is more of an ACL, which is a big worry for Manchester City and also a big worry for FPL fans who are having Vadio in their team. So most managers have shipped him out of their team and they are waiting on when he returns. Maybe they can return him into their setup. Semenyo is also one player most managers are selling out because of his. Now he's on balance with a transfer with Manchester City coming in. Bournemouth are looking at playing you in every game. Most managers are valuing all those things, and they think that the best solution as of now is either sell him, buy other players who are more stable in their team and thinking about playing. Because as of now, Semenyo's mindset is mostly on the transfer. Is he moving to Manchester City? So going into games, he tries to limit the way he puts in a lot of pressure, because there are medicals in any time you are transferring to a new club, and that is causing most managers to sell Semenyo out of their team. The last two players are McGay, who is also unsettled about his transfer. If he's to move into the Bundesliga, it will be a big problem. You need to sell him out. If he's to move into any other club, that uncertainty is still there, and most managers are looking at selling him, and they've sold him this game week. Timber is the other player who is in here. We know he had a wonderful FPL weeks for some 2-3 game weeks, and now he's not on the scoring sheet. Arsenal are also conceding, so most managers are looking at selling Timber out of their team. So now going into game week 21, someone will ask, what do I need to do, especially going into game week 1? Which players do I need to select? Which players do I need to have in my team? Remember, this isn't a proven thing. It's about analysis from the FPL and also selections, which I think may help, especially in game week 21. So these are some players you can use in preparing for game week 21, game week 22, and also game week 23. That is why you may see some players who are not even fit. But I think with some of the game weeks coming up, they have easy games coming in. With my picks for game week 21, Sanchez and Wolves will be my goalkeepers, especially going into game week 1. I think Chelsea are having some easy games coming up, and Sanchez will be crucial for them, especially with a new manager coming in. Everybody wants to prove something. Rufus has been one of the best goalkeepers in the FPL this season. Against Brentford, I think he can put up a good performance. In my defensive line, I have Gabriel Magalhaes, one of the most transferred in player, scoring in his last 2 game weeks. So he's one player I can go for. Matthew Cash, we know Aston Villa's performance mostly depends on their fullbacks, and Matthew Cash. Rhys James, being the captain, is surely going to start every Chelsea game. He's on free kick duties and he's on corner duties. Chelsea are one of the most the top 3, part of the top 3 teams with the most goals scored from corners. So he'll be crucial, especially you having him in your team. Thiago has been that player who is scoring a lot of goals from set pieces. So he'll be a good player in your inclusion, especially with Newcastle against Leeds at home. We know how dominant Newcastle are at home. We have Mukiele for Sunderland. He's coming in for Ballard. Ballard is not fully fit, so Mukiele will come in. We know that he comes in with a lot of set pieces, that is throws, and you know against Brentford, this game is going to be decided by set pieces and throws. So this is something that is going to play for the likes of Mukiele. In my middle of the field, I have Declan Rice, who has been performing so well, getting 2 goals and assists in his last game. Morgan Rogers went blank, but you could see that he got a 5 against Nottingham Forest. He's coming back against Crystal Palace. Semenyo, I put him in my team. There is uncertainty, but going against Nottingham Forest is one team he scores against them mostly. So I'm betting on him. If he's to move to Manchester City, he'll still be in my team unless I see Pep Guardiola is not using him that much, and I'll look at shipping him out. Foden hasn't been on form. Most managers have transferred him out. That brings that excitement about the FPL. As I told you, last game week, I transferred Thiago out and he got to score. I wouldn't be surprised Foden getting a goal or assist against Brighton. Xhaka against Brentford, I think he has been that captain fantastic. One of the best players this FPL, being that captain, controlling the team, performing so well. So he's that player that gives assists with defensive contributions. He's up there. With my striking department, I'm going for Wissa, Thiago, and also Erling Haaland. So you can let me know which players you are picking for this game week. But remember, on the MyBet.Africa FPL, monies are being shared game in, game out from weeks to months. So join the family, be part of it, and be that exciting customer who gets to win MyBet.Africa's FPL every game week and also at the end of the month. The code QBOT87, QBOT87. And also, if you want to join the excitement, it's on their Telegram platform. So scan the QR code with the Telegram platform, be part of it, and join the excitement. That is where FPL information, FPL news, anything about football, betting tips, everything is being shared on there. So join the Telegram group and be part of the MyBet.Africa family. Thank you for joining this week's FPL. After game week 21, we'll come and have a discussion about the FPL.